If you're looking to liven up your 2022 or newer Tundra's 3.5 liter, this Carven exhaust single side exit exhaust system with the ceramic black tips will be a great way to do it. And I would like to mention that this system is now going to fit the hybrid models, the TRD Pro, as well as the Platinum models, so just keep that in mind when you're taking a look at this exhaust. Now, nonetheless, the 3.5 liter twin turbo motor has a lot of potential when it comes to sound and street presence, so this is going to be a perfect option if you want to take advantage of that by opening up the exhaust, creating a deeper tone and more aggressive appeal to your Tundra without going over the top, keeping it very comfortable inside the cab. Now, when it comes to sound and the loudness meter, I'm going to put this right in the middle at a 3 out of 5, with 1 being completely stock and 5 being wake the neighbors loud. Now, that sound level will be great for the Tundra owner who wants to hear their exhaust when they get on it, but still wants to keep it relaxed in the cab, especially if you're doing a lot of driving. Now, in addition to sound, this is also going to complete the look in the back with the sleek dual ceramic black tips for that premium look without the premium price point. Now, getting into this system, this is going to be a great supporting mod, especially in a boosted application, even if it is straight from the factory. Now, not only are you going to hear the turbos a bit better, but most importantly, you're going to allow the entire system to breathe better with reduced restriction. Now, Carven's design is going to increase that airflow and smooth out that airflow to give you some minor gains while not sacrificing sound thanks to the tuned straight-through style muffler. In addition to performance and sound, like I mentioned before, this is just flat out going to look good coming out of the back of your Tundra because of that dual tip side exit for that elevated appearance. Now, this will be made of a 2.5 to 3 inch stainless steel mixed construction, which will hold up incredibly well whatever climate you're in, especially if you take care of it. Now, the kit will also be TIG welded. You can see the quality welds, especially around this muffler here, and that's going to give the system a lot of good integrity to last on the truck, and it's made right here in the US for an added bonus for you guys out there that prefer an American-made product. Now, the star of the show here really is the only part that you see on the exhaust system when you're looking at the truck, and that's going to be the 4-inch dual tip on the back with that ceramic powder coat on top. Now, that's going to protect the tip and also just add that sleek look, and you even get the Carven logo right up top printed on that tip. Not to mention, it's going to come with absolutely everything that you need in order to install this on your Tundra with no questions asked. Now, this kit comes in at roughly $950, which is right in the middle of the road when it comes to price as far as an exhaust system for a Tundra is concerned. Now, compared to other options, I think that this is a great pick when it comes to the quality in the build, materials, the welds, and really everything about this system, and the fact that it's going to balance aggression in sound and comfortability in the cab perfectly. Not to mention the sporty appeal with the dual tip on the back. I know I keep talking about that, but it really adds an elevated appearance, especially if you're looking for more of a stealthy appearance when it comes to the looks of your exhaust system. Not to mention, this isn't a true dual system. It is a single system, so that's going to save you when it comes to fitment, additional work, and costs in the long run, which you really can't beat it there. Now, I think for the quality that this kit has, it's definitely worth that price point and a great option to take in consideration for your Tundra. Install for this is going to be a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about an hour to get the job done. It is very straightforward and is not going to require any modification in order to get this onto your Tundra. So at this point, we can head over to the shop and check out a detailed breakdown on how to get this onto your Tundra step by step. So that's going to wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and get into it.
The tools you're going to need for this install include an impact, a hanger removal tool, a 15 to 14 millimeter deep socket, a 3/8 swivel socket, a 3/8 extension, jack and jack stands or pole jacks, and a lift. What's up, guys? Today we're going to be installing an exhaust on our Tundra, but before we get started, you're going to watch a short video on how to uninstall your stock components, and I'll meet you back here for the install. All right, so the first step is we're going to remove our tailpipe first. So we're going to take these 2 bolts and we're going to remove them with a swivel socket and a 14 millimeter socket. Now, once your 2 nuts are removed, we're going to remove these 2 hangers on before the axle and after the axle. So now we're going to remove the hanger that's before the axle. So we're going to take our hanger removal tool. We're gonna squeeze this isolator out of the hanger. Now we're gonna remove our second hanger here. Take our removal tool, pry that out. Make sure you hold up that exhaust. Now from here, we're gonna pull this out. All right, so next step, we're gonna be removing the two flanges by the cats. So we're gonna have to take an extension with a swivel socket and a 14mm socket, and we're gonna remove these two bolts on each side. So now we're gonna remove these two bolts with our 14mm socket. Now you can repeat that process on the other side. So now we're gonna take the hanger removal tool and remove these two isolators. And a good idea is to have a pull jack up to hold up your exhaust once these are removed. Now we can move on to the other side of the muffler to remove our other hanger. Now we're going to remove our last hanger. Make sure you hold this side up. So now we're going to remove our exhaust system. I'm going to lower down this pull jack here. I'm going to pull back. Remove our pull jack. And now your exhaust is fully uninstalled. All right guys, so the first step is gonna be our passenger side tube, which is bent with the flange. We're gonna be using our factory bolt and spring setup. So we're gonna get this lined up here. Now we're going to tighten these down with a 14mm socket, a swivel socket, and an extension. Tighten these down evenly. Now moving on to the driver's side, we're going to take the short pipe with the flange. We're also going to be reusing them same factory bolt and spring setup. We'll get this lined up. Now we can tighten this down with a 14mm socket, swivel socket, and extension. Next up is going to be our Y pipe. We're going to slide our 2.5-inch clamps over both ends. I'm going to make sure that you loosen this up just a little bit so you have a better wiggle room. So we're going to slide that driver's side end in first. Push this over. That in there like so. Now we can bring our clamps over to the ends. We tighten these both down with a 15mm socket. Next is going to be our resonator pipe. We're going to slide that 3-inch clamp over the outlet. And first, we're going to take the single hanger and put it into the hanger that is above the driver's side track bar. Slide that into place. Then I'm going to connect these two hangers into the isolators, and simultaneously connecting your pipes together. Go from the back side, push in our pipe all the way. I'm going to grab that clamp and a 15mm socket. We're going to tighten this down. Next is going to be our over axle pipe. I'm going to slide our 3-inch clamp over the outlet of the resonator pipe. Going to get our hanger into that isolator. From there, connect that our resonator pipe, line up our clamp, and we're going to lightly tighten this down so we have some movement once we get to the next part. We're going to tighten this down with a 15mm socket. All right, so now we're in the home stretch. We're going to install our tailpipe. We're going to slide that 3-inch clamp over first. Slide that into our over axle pipe. And we're going to grab our hanger, slide that into our isolator, angle that up how you like. Grab our clamp. Now we can take our 15mm socket and snug up our clamp. All right, and for the last step, we're going to be installing our dual black tips. So we're going to slide that over our tailpipe. Wiggle that on there, make sure that's lined up to your preference. Now we'll take our 15mm socket and tighten up our clamp. So now that you've gotten your new exhaust system all lined up and set up, you can go back through and tighten down all your clamps. So that's going to wrap up the install on our Carven exhaust single exhaust system with ceramic black tips and side exit for your 22 to 23 Tundra. Thanks for watching, and for all things Tundra, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.